Hello YouTube. I'm excited about starting a new project. Essentially what I'll be doing is putting a new body on this crashed 2014 Mustang GT California Special. It's in a pretty good front-end collision, but mechanically it seems to be okay. I was able to put a different radiator in it and get it fired up. Engine runs good. Drove it around the yard a little bit. Transmission works, so I'm hopeful everything's good on it because everything from it, engine, transmission, rear end, interior, basically everything is going to go into this body. This is a 2009 V6 Mustang, one of the more basic models. And the reason I'm doing the swap on this car is because the engine is shot in it. Is overheated and there's no compression on at least a couple of cylinders, so I don't think it's worthwhile trying to repair it. I've seen other swaps like this on YouTube, but usually what they do is they start with a GT Mustang 05 to 09, and if you've got the GT model, you can just take the Coyote engine, the 5-liter Coyote engine, and it bolts right up to, or at least I believe it bolts right up to the transmission in the GT. And if you buy an aftermarket control pack, this engine will be able to work in there and function in there. I can't do that with the V6 because the bell housing on this transmission is different. Basically the whole drivetrain is too light duty, the rear end won't work. So since I got to swap that out anyway, I'm going to go one step further and swap out basically all the electronics too. And if I do that and use the 2014 dash and steering column, basically everything, I don't need to get a different control pack. And it saves me quite a bit of money because I priced out the control pack today on Amazon. And with taxes and everything, it's going to run me about $3,800 Canadian. The reason I'm doing the video series is I'm hoping that you might find it of interest, and especially if you want to do something like this yourself. But also, I may have to get this car inspected here in British Columbia, Canada, before I can get it licensed after I do the swap. And I just want to make sure that it's well documented so the inspector can see how the work was done, and that might help it pass. So anyway, I'll do a quick walk around in the two vehicles. One of the things I want to document is the mileage, because the mileage from this car will be lost once I do the swap. This will be the dash and interior that will be going into the white car. And as you can see, the airbag is being deployed. So I'll have to change that out. That shouldn't be too hard to do. And the mileage in this one is 40,601 kilometers, and I think that's around 25,000 miles. It's got kind of the upgraded interior and lots of nice options. It's got the navigation. I think it's called the track pack, where it's all kinds of extra stuff displayed between the two gauges on the dash there. It's got special seats that were available only in the California Special. And as you can see, it says GT/CS. CS stood for California Special. After I'm done, that CS will stand for Coyote Swap. Actually, the sheet metal from the nose back was pretty good, and I feel bad that I can't switch over things like the taillights and stuff. I love the taillights on the 2014. They're LED, they're sequential. Very nice looking back end on the car. And the sheet metal is different enough on the two vehicles, I can't do it. I'm hoping I can still take the sequential feature of the turn signals and swap that over, so when I use the turn signals on this car, they'll be sequential. This car too is in decent shape. It originally is from Tofino, which is on Vancouver Island. And I don't think they get a lot of snow there or use a lot of salt on the roads, or this thing was not driven in the wintertime because I've lifted it up and I can't find any rust on it at all. So should be a good platform to put the GT running gear into. It too is relatively low mileage, and as you can see, interior isn't bad looking in it either. I think it was a little bit of an upgrade. It had the leather seats in it. But besides that, it's fairly basic. I'm just going to put the key in it so we can see the mileage on it. And it's got 115,600 kilometers, which I believe is around 70,000 miles. After I'm done, I'm going to have a pile of parts to sell. The interior of this car will be available. Wheels and tires off the V6 car. I'm going to take the nicer GT wheels and put them on this one. And then a lot of sheet metal, including this nice rear bumper and spoiler taillights. The California Special badging in the back. That will all be available. This is first in a series of videos I plan on making about this build here. So stay tuned. Please subscribe if you want to see or be notified when I put out new videos. And I'm hoping my plan works, and at the end I'll have a nice car. Oh, last thing. I feel this project needs a name, so thought of all kinds of different things. I thought of Frankenstein, but I see that one's used quite a bit already. Another one that is used by a few other cars I've seen, but I think it's fitting in this case, is Wily Coyote. And I think it's fitting because, I'm just going to read it out because I looked up the definition of Wily, and it's skilled at gaining an advantage, especially deceitfully. And I think once I'm done, this will be a little bit of a sleeper, so I think I might go with Wily Coyote. And also too, my 3-year-old grandson needs to have a name on every vehicle that I've got here, so I think he might like that one. So I think we'll go with Wily Coyote. So anyway, stay tuned for updates on Wily Coyote. Thanks for watching.